So are you 25 to 34, a male, and stuck, not knowing exactly what to do, and all you've seen in recent months is this? The stock market down, Bitcoin uncertainty, there's a lot happening. You don't know where to begin. So if this is you, this is the video for you. These are the people that are watching my YouTube channel, and I want you to have a practical application. So if you're interested, watch this video. And I'm telling you that if you do, you will come away with an understanding of what you should be doing at a time like this. This graph here, I'm gonna keep this up so everybody can see for a little while. And so this is the concept I want everybody that's 25 to 34 to grasp. And if you're above those ages or below those ages, male or female, this is a concept that everybody needs to understand. Now I want to make this as simple as possible. So what I've done in this graph is display exactly what it would take for you to save money. Now, why am I talking about saving money with the markets being down, uncertainty, and everybody telling you to either stay out of the markets or you should be in the markets? This is why. Coming at it from a place of a savings habit. And yes, I have talked about this before, but I wanted you to see the implications of what this could actually mean. When we start talking about a savings habit, what we're actually doing is we are making sure that we are investing or we are saving the same amount year after year after year after year. Now, what does this do besides save you money? Yes, this graph looks great, and you may be thinking to yourself, you know what, Tom, this isn't a lot of money. I could make that money if I take $20,000 and invest it in a Tesla and I'm done. But what this actually does for you is it builds confidence. I've talked about in my channel about building confidence, making sure that you're doing the right things day after day, making sure that regardless of how you feel, your discipline carries you through. And the savings habit when it comes to your investments and the future of how you are going to use that money is key. For the people that build these habits, and this is a habit, and it's a habit that you need to build, because what it's going to do, it's going to be able to propel you where you want to go, and that is a key when it comes to investing. So there are times when the market is uncertain, there are times when we don't know what to do, but if you can continue to save, and again, $100 a month, and I made this at a very small amount, but you know how difficult this is to do, and I'm just going to be brutally honest with you. There are people that cannot maintain this for 2 years. Heck, there's people that can't maintain this for 6 months. They start off motivated and excited and then, yes, I'm gonna do this. And you know what happens? Life happens. And what ends up happening is they cancel because now their motivation is driven by something else. They have forgotten the reasoning that they started this. If you can be disciplined with saving month after month, year after year, decade after decade, you will become a beast. You will become a machine. You will become unlike almost everybody else around you. And that's simply because most people cannot stay motivated long enough to become successful. That goes with anything that you do. This is a concept that is near and dear to my heart, but this is something that anybody that goes to the gym can tell you about. They don't want to go to the gym every day. Yes, there's seasons that they're excited to be there and they love to see the progress and everything's great, hunky-dory, but there are days where they struggle, days where they just don't want to wake up and go. There are days where other things could distract them from going, but they decide to go. And that's the discipline. And when it comes to finances, it's no different. This will separate you from the crowd. This will make sure that you will be confident regardless of what the markets are doing, because you are consistent. And consistency over time applied to the thing that you're focused on will always reveal results. It's something that you might learn about yourself, personal growth. Consistency is key, because if you're not consistent, if you got an excuse, if you don't feel like doing it this month because things are tight and I want to go and spend it on something else or unforeseen bill came up, these are the things that are going to derail your financial future. You don't see it right now. You're 25, 30, heck, even 35. You're like, hey, you know, I got all this time to invest. I got all this time to make this money. And I'm just gonna wait for this one thing to happen or these two things to happen, and then everything's gonna turn around and all of a sudden I'm gonna have money. But the majority of people are so short-sighted, disciplined, and they will get into their mid-40s, early 50s and be like, man, I wish I would have started earlier. I'm not even gonna show you the graphs that tell you how much money you would have to start saving at 35 to make that same amount, because it is much higher and much more difficult, especially in the years that you're trying to work less while making more so that you can relax when you get into retirement. So let's not kid ourselves. 25 to 35 is a huge span of time, and it's the very most important, because what it will do is it will set you up for your future. Those saving habits will carry you through to 45 and 55 and 65. You will have so much more discipline. And discipline is key when it comes to anything. But when it comes to your finances, it's very important, because it reveals who you are. It reveals your priorities. If you can't take $100 every single month and save it for the foreseeable future, some of the greatest work you can do, aside from finding Jesus and Him being your personal Lord and Savior. This is very important. This is a stewardship of the things that He has given you, and money is a direct correlation of how you're stewarding. This is something that we get to do, right? Just like taking care of your kids or taking care of your vehicles or anything else, you're stewarding these things. And discipline is important in all those aspects. You can't just willy-nilly these things, right? Oh, I'm not going to worry about my car maintenance, and then hopefully everything will work out. I'll get my oil change every couple of years, and let's hope for the best. You want to do that with your vehicle, but why are you doing that with your finances? Do that with your family. You wouldn't do that with your health. So I want you guys to understand, especially in this time, right? The 25 to 34, these guys that are watching my videos. It is one of the biggest things that I concern myself with on a day-to-day basis, because if everyone could just understand, and this can happen at any stage of life now, the savings habit is the most important financial habit you can start and foster and grow into, because when everybody else is freaking out, when everybody else is reacting, those things that you've implemented that you can tap into, because you are disciplined enough to take yourself emotionally out of what that money could be doing for you, and now apply it practically and with logic instead of emotion. You're not reacting to what the markets are doing, you're participating in what the markets are doing. And that is a great place to be. And I wish this for everyone. This video is near and dear to my heart. This is something I'm really passionate about. And I wish more people would actually have this concept. I'm going to save no matter what, and this is the amount that I'm going to save on a monthly basis, regardless of what happens with my paychecks, how I feel emotionally, what the financial stresses are on my life. It's the whole concept of paying yourself first. Most people don't do that. Most people can't be consistent enough. And if you can be consistent, you can get better. And I know everybody knows this, but the practical application is just this simple, like this graph. It's not hard to do, but it's hard to do. So it's up to you guys. What are you gonna do? I wanna know. Tell me if this video made sense. Tell me if this video is something that you can get behind. Tell me what you're gonna start at. And if you don't know where to start, if you don't know how to save, these are things that I get to talk about now in my business, Tommensense Financial. I have clients that I do this for, and we talk about this savings habit, and it doesn't have to be $100 a month. I have clients that started with $25 a month. That was their base. That was where they started. That's all they could consistently afford once we sat down, figured out what their budget was, figured out their sore points, and this is where they wanted to start. And that's perfectly fine. And after so many years, they're like, okay, you know what? Things are good. I'm consistent. I've been doing this for a year or two. Can we go up to $50 a month? Can we go up to $75? Can we go up to $100? And that is what discipline will do for you. Just like going to the gym, you can get better. This is life, and it's a practical application on a daily basis that it's you versus you. Nobody else is going to come in and save you. When you get to 65 and all you got to rely on is a freaking government, nobody else is going to be there. But I hope that the people that are watching this video are not going to be those people. So wherever you are, if you're younger than 25, if you're older than 35, start. And if you don't know where to start, reach out to me. I can help you start, because a lot of this stuff is people just don't know where to start. But the key is you gotta start, and it's gotta fit your budget, it's gotta fit your lifestyle, it's gotta fit your goals, and then we start, and then we're consistent, and then we're month after month, regardless of how you're feeling, you're doing. And then you're running on discipline, not motivation, which I've talked about before. Discipline trumps motivation every single time, because you know you gotta hit something. You know you're working towards something. Discipline will always carry you through. I hope for all of you that are watching and have watched this, that you will take action. Take action today, whatever that looks like for you. Whether it's reaching out to me, reaching out to somebody else, and just starting. Figuring out where you want to go. Figuring out what your goals are and what you can afford, and then go. And then regardless of how you feel, continue. And then come back to this video, come back to your finances in a year, 2, 3, 5 years from now, and be like, fuck yeah, that was me. I did that. I did it when things were tough, when I didn't want to do it, when I didn't feel like it. Now this habit of mine is something I can look back on and be like, yes, I did this. Now I can do more. Now I feel better. Now I'm not reacting, I'm participating with the markets. And that's what I want for you guys, so that 5 years when the markets do this again, or whenever the markets do this again, that you're not scared, that you're not frightened, that you're unsure, that you're confused about what to do next and how to proceed forward. You'll be safe. You'll be excited. You'll be, what can I do with this? How can I participate? Instead of, oh boy, I hope I don't get hurt. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. And I will see you guys in the next one. And always remember, Tommensense, because common sense isn't so common.